Basically this is what we have so far. We've got our crushed chilies, ginger, you've got your canned tomatoes. I just go for the normal Raj mild and spicy. That will be for the samples, curry powder. But first we've got to sharpen the knife and then we'll weigh it out into 30 tubs. You will see the tubs later. And there's the onions. Yeah. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Still crying. Progress. 2 kgs done. Let's go on to the next one. Ready, go. Time for a coffee break. After those onions, I need proper time for a coffee break. After those onions, I think I just need a little bit of a caffeine starter. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is we're gonna get our powders ready. 12 bay leaves. Yeah, and as you can see, you just put it all in there, already weighing, yeah, nearly 290 grams already just on powders. You gotta be careful, yeah. So just a teaspoon, about 4 to 6. Like I said, I'm making for 30 people. So yeah, just gotta be careful with this stuff. Once it's hot, you can't go backwards. Unfortunately, I don't have the sticks, so I'm just using the powder. But be careful that you don't open it and it falls on your shirt. And everywhere else. The joys of an amateur cook. So we got a bit of a problem here. Because I'm cooking for 30-40 people, my pot's a bit too small to fit all the meat in. I think I've over-catered for the meat. These are your beef shins. As you can see, quite a lot. So that will go in the small pot, now that I think about it. And then that will go into this pot. So we'll actually start this one, the first one. And so yeah, we're actually making a fire to put the other pot in. To be ready, we've got to be ready. Literally got to be ready at 5 o'clock. It's now just going on 11, so time's running out, but we're getting there. When I say we, I've got a friend. I had to call a friend to say I need help. The guy in the previous video, mountain biking. But so far, we're getting it. Lovely. Fire. Now we're just gonna we're gonna start the first pot. Add some olive oil. Get it nice and warm, and then we'll add the onions. So yeah, like I said, we're getting the ratio right. Just add our onions first, get them nice and golden brown, then we'll start adding the spices and the meat. Because they made me cry, I will make them cry. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes. Gonna add this. Traditionally I use the fresh garlic and ginger, but it's for a lot of people, so we don't have time for that. So remember, we've got to leave enough for the next spot. So I'm gonna get my ratio right. Looks good. 7 o'clock. So we got some of that nice ginger garlic. Like I said, I prefer a nice fresh one, but these aren't bad. And like I said, you don't want to make it life more hard than it already is. So just start getting that right. Actually getting the smell of curries is just, it's amazing. Don't forget, always drink coffee. Okay, let's get the other stuff ready. Okay, so now that I've added a bit of water, just to get a bit of liquid in the pot, I'm going to go with my curry powder to go inside now for a few minutes. Get the curry powder to just entertain itself in the water, in the oil, in the onions, let them talk to each other, and get that going, and then we'll add the meat. Just remember again, I've got a full pot here, so I'm going to use half of this, because the other pot will get the other half of the curry powder. Actually, let's just make sure we mix it correctly. We want all of this in. Okay. Okay, it's quite a bit, but remember, we're putting like 6 kgs of meat in here, and this is starting to get that Indian aromatic flavors from India. You can start smelling it. Might add a little bit of water just to make sure you get all those lovely flavors in. Yeah, that sizzle. Whoops. Okay. Like I said, I'm just an amateur chef, but what I think is what's very important is that you want the spices and the powders to cook well, in my opinion. Otherwise it becomes it just sits there. So you want those flavors to really start cooking and coming together. That's looking really good. You can just see it. I wish you could smell this, but I wouldn't even know what's going on here. It's just so many different flavor profiles. Proper Durban curry. Just adding some salt. Get some pepper going. Mix it through. Oh yes, you can see this meat is really saying thank you for covering me with all these flavors, because before it was quite naked and afraid, but now full of flavors. We're gonna leave that now. We're gonna leave that and just let it sit. Let it sit for a while. I'm gonna put the lid on and just let this thing cook for a bit, and then we'll come back just now. Our other oven, that's come along quite nicely. So my friend's arriving now. Other pot's gonna go on. Round 2. Okay, so now we're going with, as I said, we've got just 3 cans of tomato. Got 3 cans. I've just gone for the canned tomato, not the fresh stuff. As I said, we're cooking for a lot of people, so. And then we've got 2 liters of the beef stock. That just goes in there nicely. Yo, you see how full this pot's getting, which is scary. Because if it went full now, I'd be in trouble. And then always, to kill acidity, you need the good old sugar. But we mountain bikers, so we watch our calories. There we go, 1 tablespoon. And then we just need some puree, just to thicken the sauce a bit. Sorry for that. And now you just stir and you simmer and you hope for the best. Should take about 3-4 hours. We've done what we can now, and now you just trust the process. And but I think this is going to be a good one. We want the meat to fall off the bone. We'll add the potatoes at the end. Now onto my second pot. See you just now on the flames.
Straight on, or do you have like a little thing? Are you sure?
Straight on, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, straight on. So here's our other pot. It's the bean roots here. And that's it. We're going to do the same thing in this pot. Hopefully it all fits. Dean Root, he was part of the mountain bike crew. So, yeah. So we can get some olive oil in here. As you can see, this is proper heat. This thing's not going to play games. Very, very chilled setup. Same process. Let's let the heat up. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Do the onions first, we leave it. Here we go. Okay, just gonna have a glass of some white wine as well. Not too much, we've got to be ready by 5ish, so got a nice little 2 glasses here of white wine. The wives are busy at home, kids are playing at the park. The onions are going nicely. best and I'd be a little bit disappointed. Yeah, all. Proper.
Proper. Look at the beautiful color on that.
Okay. What we're gonna do is just cover it because this baby, she is not talking. Let's see what our other pot's doing. Whoo! Looking good. Looking good. Meat's getting nice and tender. Looking good. Face meat. Yeah, so we're just gonna add the cans now. Same process as last. As I said, the pots are our they are the problem, but it looks like we are gonna make it. So we've got just doing 3 of these cans, as you can see. Our beef stock. So our beef stock, first you have to drink half of it. This is where it can get tricky, the size of the pot, so we won't go full, unfortunately. But the juices are they're gonna evaporate. Then we'll add the rest later. And then, just to get rid of the acidity, what I'll do is, as Dean showed me last time with this, sometimes it stays at the bottom, that stock. You got to stir it in a bit. And then what we're going to do, we're going to leave the lid open for this part until it evaporates. And then we'll close the lid. There we go. And then I'll add this afterwards. That's the pan, it doesn't let the batteries that old school way, we're using a knife to peel potatoes. So now I'm sitting down, a bit tired from the day. My friend has gone home. I'll see him later for the curry. And I'm sitting down and peeling the potatoes. We've got 7 kgs of potatoes to peel. I think it's a bit much, but I'll stop at around 5 kgs. Potatoes always take in the flavor and actually are so good for curries. Still peeling. We've got about 5-6 kgs of potatoes peeled. I do it old school. Some people use that grater. Just find this a lot easier. Gets you to think about things. And 2 more. So now we're just going to cut them in blocks. I just go down once and I'll just do the square ones. Trying to maybe perhaps 2 pieces per tub. So I hope you can see there. You just go down the middle and across. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I know we're gonna overkill it here. But that's my problem. I normally overcater. And then have lots for breakfast. This on toast. You guys know I'm talking about. Okay, we'll spot you now. Okay, as you can see, it's been about 3-4 hours. And I mean, just look at this meat. Look at this. Look at this. Gone. Look, off the bone. It's just a few hours off the bone. Now, just gonna add the potatoes in. Next pot, that one struggled a bit, we'll go there now. And then it's just the samples, the packing, straight to the party. This will take about 25 minutes. Okay, this has now been going for also about 3-4 hours. Let's see what's going on here. This one has, like I said, it's a different setup, but the meat is falling off, which is what we wanted. Needs to go a little bit longer, and then okay, so I'm back, tired but inspired. We've got to make the samples now, and it's for 30 tubs, 100 grams of samples each. I have my tomatoes, onions, chilies, coriander, and we start again with the onions. I will show you again if they make me cry or don't they, or not. Let's see. Just get a look. I'm an amateur chef, so skills are not perfect, but this one I think it's got to be a little bit more perfect than your meal, because these are samples, so we got to make sure they are finely cut. What I'll do at the end, I'm just gonna do this style. That's when you just break it down. Okay, so here's our second pot. As you can see, the meat is looking scrumptious, and it is soft enough now. As you can see, it's just breaking apart. Breaking apart, exactly what we wanted. We were nervous with this pot, but we've achieved. As you can see, that is just off the bone. There we go. Just goes off. And that's what we wanted. I actually think, sneaky feeling, this one's better than the other one. Now I'm going to put my potatoes in. As you can see, the potatoes are here. And in they're going to go. Okay, so now the potatoes are in. Just going to go in there nicely, grab the sauce. And now another 25-30 minutes, this will be done. We're busy with our samples. Once the samples are done, good to pack, good to go. We're looking good for time. It is now just after 3. We got to get there by 5. Enough time for a coffee. See you later. Woo! Wow, mia. You. All done. Potatoes are done, guys. Done. Done. As you can see, let me just put this lid down. This is finally done. Look as I squeeze this potato. Sorry, wait. There, gone. Look at that. Off. Gone. All done. First pot done, second pot nearly there. Gonna do samples. This, I mean, this is just so soft. It's gonna soak it up. The potatoes are gonna soak up everything. Maybe a little bit too soft, but I mean, who's complaining? Now you just pick out a few of the leaves, pick out a few things here and there. Mamma mia. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the samples now. As you can see, I'm sitting down. I've been a bit lazy. That's why I'm getting coffee. And we've got to go through that amount of tomatoes. Onions are there. So that's what happens when you cut 2 kgs of tomato. All gone, all in there. Now we just got to mix it, put it in there. Then go chilies, coriander, salt, pepper, vinegar, sugar. So you know. Now we're at the exciting part, the chilies. This is where things start getting really hot. Literally. There we go. Lovely bird's eyes. Let's get them chopped up. 2 bowls now. Let's get them in. Okay. All the stalks are off. Now we just do this method. I find it the easiest. Just got to be slow because they can slip off. But once you get them to a certain size, it's easy. It's just this big size. They can bounce off the table. Look at me trying to tell you how to do stuff, amateur chef. This is just a normal guy, regular life, trying to make a beef curry. Okay, so we are at the final moments, the last pot. Wow, 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 that is boiling. Now we need to see if the potatoes are ready, and indeed they are. Wow, this curry, look at the meat off the bone. I'm just so happy we are concluded. Both curries ready. Gonna leave this one just to simmer. Potatoes are done. And we are now at the last part of it. And there's the chilies. All that chilies there. Now we've got the coriander to do. And then we are pretty much ready to pack and stack. So I'm just taking, I've just washed them. A whole lot of coriander. Just do that, as you can see. And we just crush it down. Okay, sorry if it's getting a bit messy in here now, but now we're getting towards the end, and I'm just gonna, we've got 2 bowls here, both with coriander. This one's got chili, no chili, and then a separate bowl with no coriander or chili, just to try and accommodate as many people as possible. Let me lift this up. What are we gonna do? Just some of olive oil, just to add, not too much. As you can see, lovely color. This one the chili, and that one the plain one. The ultimate test is to taste the chili one first. Let's get in. As you can see. Yo, hot. That chili is warm. Let's go for the normal one. Nice. And then the boring one. This one, need a bit more vinegar. And maybe a bit more salt. And yeah, we've got little containers of the chili, the non-chili. A lot of hands get involved. And these ones are all the chili ones already in there. And there you have it. That's it. We've got more than 20. We did like 32, 33. There's the samples. There's the tubs. They're all got about 350 grams each. We're going to the event now. Adios. Till the next one. Ready, go.